We're live.
We're live.
Yo, how's it going?
Been a minute.
Yes.
Wow, it has been a minute, but I'm happy to be back.
Hey, we've been pretty busy though.
Yes, and we have a long overdue guest.
Yes.
We do.
Welcome to tonight, SonX.
We just found out his real name.
Yes. They called him
I
SonX.
knew it was Mike Sonnefeld. Is that how you say your last name?
We were making.
I
was
did
a really
know it
good
was Mike if I just
pronunciation.
looked at Facebook. I
That, you
guess.
nailed the pronunciation.
I did my
dude.
best.
No, you crushed that.
Thank you.
I guess
That's
I should
impressive.
just look on Facebook.
I wouldn't have taken it personally or anything. but-
You know you can't.
No, I wouldn't.
I'm so terrible with names, man. I always see people and I'm like, God, I don't know your name, but I remember you for sure.
you just have to make it like a commitment every time you meet somebody new. Just like think about it like 3 times in your head, say it out loud a couple times. But besides that,
Most of the time when I meet someone,
instill
like
it.
spun in some sorts of way, and it's just like by
Really?
the third time
Not
later,
you.
it's just like
really,
I forgot already again.
I like to try to maybe like come up with something that rhymes, like Austin from Boston, like Mike. You know,
is it dyke?
that's the
Mike,
first thing that came to my
Mike the
head.
Kite.
Is that, am I sexist for thinking that right away? Or
No,
Okay, I didn't think
you're
so.
just trying to figure out names and remember them.
And like
It's just
Mike does rhyme with Dyke.
Yeah.
You were just saying how weird it was though, because
Tyler Geiler, man.
we were just making burgers and Austin was like, "Oh, I forgot what you said. Something like, oh, SonX," and he's like, "Don't call me that."
He's like, you can just call me by Mike.
And that's such like a weird thing. Like when you meet somebody like big, I'm sure it's just like not the most like, it's not the greatest feeling when somebody goes up to you. It's like, "Oh, what's up, Grizz?" Well, that's kind of more natural than
Yeah, 'cause
SonX. I don't know.
If
Calling
I would
them like
expect
Grant,
someone
over
to call me like
Grizz.
Miller time, I guess if I'm like on Grizz's level until I know him on a personal level
I
or
guess there's
something.
levels.
Well, see,
You know,
Mass
like-
Relay happens to think that
What do you think, Mass
Talks in
Relay?
third person.
Mass Relay is angry right now about this content. I'm just totally joking. Pretty Light's angry.
I was thinking, yeah, once you know him on a personal level, you can call me like my real name and shit.
Yeah,
but,
that's
like,
true. And
I don't
it's
know.
like levels too.
I demand
Yeah.
to be called
There's
Mass
definitely
Relay.
levels. You're talking about Grizz versus someone that's just
Yeah.
we're all just Denver.
Well,
Look at this fucking
I
guy.
thought we were friends, so I was like, oh, okay.
Oh my
You can just
God.
call me by my name.
I
dude.
tried to
Like,
say locals again, and I'm surprised I got it right. Do you remember earlier, Ty?
Oh, dude.
Dude, I had this moment where I was trying to say Denver locals, and I
He's like,
was like, Loki. I was like, what's the end of? I couldn't say Coles.
You forgot the word local.
I did. It was for like. I wish it was on video. It would have been the funniest.
I had a
thing.
friend that couldn't say, like, you know, and you've heard people like this. He couldn't say the word ask. Like, he said ask. Like, can I ask you a question? I was like,
Can
all
I
right.
ask?
I'm like, can you say the word ass? He's like, yeah, ass. And I'm like, say the word, like, cat. He's like, cat. I'm like, so you can say, well, ask. And he's like, axe. He, like, could never do it. It's like 2 magnets trying to be pushed together or something.
what the fuck?
So weird how like the brain works. Just doesn't allow that to happen. Just like something in there is just not clicking for him to be
Yeah.
able to do that.
So Mike, not SonX. What's up,
Well,
dude? Mike, a.k.a. SonX.
Sona Field.
yeah.
AKA dope ass producer.
Dope ass
musician.
producer.
Speaking of producer and everything, expand on that. What do you do in your life? What's your career path? Kind of why are you? Why did we choose you tonight?
Yeah, why do we choose
Why
you
have you been
to come
chosen?
here?
Why were you the chosen one?
I mean, I don't know. I just love making music.
Okay.
I made a point like a few years ago, shortly after I moved out here, like didn't really know as many people in the music scene out here, and I like moved out here from Chicago and left some contacts behind. But I saw the electronic thing going on, and I thought that was like a path where it's like, oh, I can start doing this now without knowing anybody and like progress. Like, like I don't have to like meet some, like I'm not even a good producer yet, like at the beginning. So it's like, whatever, I can just start learning now and like meet some people. And then I did end up meeting people quicker than I expected. And, But I just really like I always played instruments for a really long time,
Okay.
or mostly guitar, and I don't think I really liked it as much as I thought at the time. Like I was like, oh, I love this shit or whatever, but it's like not really.
Mm-hmm.
But like the creative process for production is, I don't know, there's different levels to it. Like it's the instrumentation level, but then all the like sound design type
Weird
shit.
sounds.
Yeah.
Weird
Sound
sounds.
chick.
all the you know, all the different tricks. Like
Yeah.
it's a lot more fun for me, and
You can experiment a lot more with the whole production than with just a guitar, you know?
yeah.
So you can fall in love with just so many other things besides just strumming 6 strings on a guitar.
Totally. Yeah, and
Sorry.
no, I was just gonna say, like when you play in a band, like you're kind of like on everyone else's time, and so you can like at best usually get together like once a week to
Yeah.
like run some stuff, but it's hard. And when it's just production, it's like, oh, I can put in like an unlimited amount of time and progress as fast as I want.
Exactly.
And once that didn't occur to me at the beginning, but once it did, I was like, oh, like I'm not as far behind as I think. Like I can, like I made a point like 5 years ago. I was like, if you want to do this all the time, you already have the time to do it. Like literally 40 hours a week, like learning to be good. So I just started doing that during the daytime, making myself do it. And then now I just I don't think about it quite as much, and I probably, you don't always get to hit that mark, but it's like about, like being a professional isn't like just like all the cool shit. Like you have to like, it's about like spending all your time doing it. And it's like, if you already have the time available, like, and that's what you want to do, like you just start doing it until you're good enough where
exactly.
where you can get paid. But like if you have the free time, like why wouldn't you do this shit instead of like watching some TV show or like or like do
Exactly.
whatever.
It's just working for it.
Yeah, so that was, I looked at it and that was what I decided to do, and that's what I've been doing. And I feel like I'm finally getting to a level where I can like trick people into thinking I'm a professional.
Fake it until you make
Yo,
it.
your music's good though, man.
Yeah.
And like,
I enjoy your music thoroughly. We've played a show. We all 4 of us played a show together, which is how we
man.
met.
oh,
And,
go
uh,
team.
Yeah,
Captain Planet.
that was dope. That was dope.
Yeah, that was
That was a
super
We're
good
all
night.
from
man.
Illinois too. That's fucking. That's wild.
Doing big things over here. That's what it is.
trying.
All the way in Colorado.
Hell
Yeah, man, I heard something like I feel we talk about shit like this all the time, but I really resonated with it. But it's like whatever your goal is, you set it. Don't even like worry about how long it's gonna take you, but just know that you're gonna achieve it no matter what.
Yeah.
And each day, wake up and make some small, or it's never gonna be more than really a small move towards achieving that goal.
Yeah,
But you have to do that every day, or otherwise it doesn't, add up. But you
Yep.
need it to add up in
It-
your favor.
yeah, and it does, and it really does add up. Like it's not.
That's the
It's
crazy
not
part.
just a cliche. It's
Yeah.
not a joke. Like it's
No magic trick. You,
just
put the time
you
in.
Just do it.
Yeah.
And it helps if you like that process.
Yeah.
Like if you just like want anyone who's like, oh, I'm gonna be making money like in 2 years, or like this, or like I'm gonna be like, you're done, man.
Yeah.
You're done. You're
And
already
if you're in it for the
done.
money, you're done.
There's
That's
no
what-
chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, yeah, like
You
I don't
have to
know.
love this shit.
You have to love it.
And you
Thoroughly
can't
love
fake it. And that's going to be,
Yeah.
it's going to represent your music too, because it's not like genuine. You
Yeah.
know, it's just not who you truly
Yeah.
are, who you love.
Those people aren't going to make it through those moments of self-doubt and
Yep.
like hating your own art and just not feeling like you're making progress.
Yeah.
Which are all coupled with moments of feeling like on top of the world, or like getting booked for a show you never thought you could, whatever it might be, like, and so there's just like, it's a really hard struggle to go through internally. Like it's a lot on your emotions, it's a lot of ups and downs.
It really
so
is,
if you're
dude.
not truly committed to it in the sense that you love doing it, I can't see anyone really putting
That's
through
the
all that
answer-
shit.
I
that's
wanted
the
to
answer
give
to
up
your
already
career.
on this shit,
Like-
man. Like I went through a time where I just kept doubting myself. I was like, I was at a plateau. I'm like, I'm never gonna get through this. I'm not
yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm not meant to do this. And then I fucking love this shit,
No.
and you just finally get through it.
Yeah. Basically, what
Just
you have
work.
to do is like go hard forever.
Yep.
This is it.
There's
no
it's
turning
that
back.
simple. That's like
Yep.
that's
Yep,
if that
that's
wasn't-
really it.
If that wasn't your plan,
Hey.
and you thought you were gonna be big,
Well said.
Exactly.
Go hard forever. Go hard like ... forever.
Yes.
That's a quote right there.
Pantera, you can't be something you're not.
You can't be something you're
And
not.
that is true. You cannot be something you're not. It's
yeah.
either it's you or it's not you. And you
Yeah.
got to decide that, and you're
You gotta
the
go hard
chooser
forever.
of that. But
Yeah.
that's forever. It's a forever commitment.
Yep.
And I just want to be clear. I make less than no money doing this.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
had like friends, not ones. I don't know. I
You're
had
gonna
someone
get there.
recently like I realized that they thought I made money doing this, and I was like, no, that's funny. Like even like the best, even my favorite artists in Colorado and in Denver, like we're all working jobs. Like that's as far as I know.
Yeah.
But it's not about the
even
money,
if we're
man.
it's music, and it's not.
But it's a reflection of how hard it is to
Oh,
make
yeah,
it
for sure.
Yeah.
to make a career,
sure.
which would, in my mind, would mean to pay all your bills with the money
that's
you
like
make from that
Not
job.
even. That's
yeah.
like you not doing guitar lessons, even like strictly
That-
on just
exactly,
music
exactly.
But,
production.
the
Like it's hard to
the
fucking make money on
gratification
that
of like
shit.
knowing like people will hit you up saying like, yo, I fucking love this song, or like
Dude.
people will like listen to your song. It's like their shower song. It's before they go to sleep. Like that is like
That's tight, man.
that is like
Yeah.
fucking priceless.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm not complaining about that.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not
course.
saying that that's like I'm not like, oh, woe is me. I'm just saying that that's how it is. Like,
Yeah,
I
mean,
just-
you're
I
gonna be
understand
that artist though one day, because
Yeah.
you are gonna go at it
Dude, you got good
forever.
music,
You
right?
don't. You're not gonna give up, and yeah.
Yo, earlier I heard
You haven't even been doing it that long.
I heard a statistic that I think is totally relevant. It was talking about like the Screen Actors Guild, which is like people that are. It's like the what's the word I'm looking for? The union of actors, essentially, and 90. And so these are people that are acting in Hollywood movies, like in movies we see and whatnot. 99% of them are not able to make their career off of acting. It's just like such a small percentage are the ones that are.
Dude.
Yeah, like it's like that.
fucking
Music's
hard.
like that, dude. I would bet it's something similar. At least if we're talking about like people like us, we're
probably even
we're
worse.
paid artists. We're getting paid to play shows. But if you like take into account all the money we spend on trying to do
dude.
various things to promote
Yeah.
our art, then
Well-
yeah, we're losing money for
Well,
sure.
and as soon as I know I'm getting paid, I like figure out I like hire a photographer, or I like
Exactly,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm like, oh, I'm getting $100 guaranteed. Like I'm gonna get a photographer, and like what else can I spend this money on? And then if I end up like, sometimes you come up a little bit ahead, but it's like
Well,
But hardly
there's yeah.
the pattern I've noticed too is that doesn't stop if you scale up. Like the
Yeah.
shows that I've like, in theory, made some really good money. I also spent a shit ton of money on like an LED lighting wall and
Right.
lasers, and
Yeah.
it's really expensive, dude. It's
Yeah.
like fuck.
But it's
So expensive.
man.
That's why you ever hear Snoop Dogg talk about it? Like it's like so much more like of some boss man shit to get to that level, because you have to look out for yourself. You have to look out for your financials. Like in the beginning, he was the full funder of his first movie, and he's like, I did that shit because
Snoop Dogg, did you say?
Yes, and he stacked up racks and he moved away. He's like, it's not.
What was his first movie?
Oh, some old rare shit.
Really?
I forgot the name
Snoop
of
Dogg?
it.
I want to see it.
What do you
Dude,
mean?
Google
his
that
movie?
shit.
No,
Dude, he's in several movies.
No, he-
Like as an actor? Or?
Yeah,
yes.
as an actor.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you meant
no,
like
no. But he was talking about
like,
like
made a-
how much it takes to get to that next level. like getting paid big, and
Yeah.
like to get there, like it is you. Like you have to believe in yourself more than anything.
Like you were talking,
it's this craziness.
we were talking one time. We were doing the calculations of some artists is like what they spend on production in a night, and like we came up with like $500,000 to $1 million they're
Yes.
spending in one night. Like big
Probably
artists,
not
like
spending that much, but like
well between like everyone they're paying and
we were talking about
Like semis
okay,
and
it
shit?
depends.
like
on,
if we're talking Excision's fucking
Semis.
If okay,
His
if it's
festival
if
that he
it's
throws
Red
out-
Rocks. Remember we were saying this. Red Rocks holds 10,000.
I'm talking more like curated. It's like we were talking really
Fair enough.
360, but like now
Yeah.
that he's
Probably a
irrelevant,
couple-
let's talk about Excision's.
Probably a couple 100,000 on like
his
production
fucking-
or something.
You think he only spends a couple hundred
Well,
on
because there's
Lost
only
Lands?
there's only like well, okay, maybe on
That's
Lost
what,
Lands.
Lost Lands is. He's spending some. He's got big
Yeah,
dinosaurs there,
whatever,
man.
Maybe a lot.
Like,
dinosaurs.
He's got dinosaurs that move.
Semi.
That's
like-
most of the budget, bro. Is the movie T-Rex.
Yeah.
the semis.
I bet Excision
the
spends
semis.
the toilets, lights,
Dude,
the
it's
teams,
just like when
wires,
you're that
renting
Excision
everything,
big, dude.
electricity.
Oh,
It's a lot of
imagine how
money.
much money he's making still a lot from that show, but he's
Renting
that
spending
spot.
so much.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's
But I mean,
like,
you want
that's
to
crazy.
create that
Exactly.
experience for people.
It's what
because,
it brings people back.
yeah, I mean, I think that's why we all miss like playing shows and stuff. Is like there's like it feels like a grind, and then when you play a show like a good set, like in front of people, and like you like really like connect with some people, it's like, is there anything better than that? I don't know. Not as far as I can feel. Like it
Dude,
feels
no.
amazing, like the connection.
Exactly.
And so like that's why as you scale up, it's like I don't know. That's why like the music industry is so easily, knocked down like financially though. Is like, we're always like barely breaking even to put on like the dopest shit possible until you get to the top level.
Until you get to that next
Right.
level.
It's a weird balance.
but
of,
it's
like,
hard
you're,
to
like only like one step ahead financially because you're investing this much.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's just like a very hairline.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be just crazy to see like those numbers as we grow as artists.
Yeah.
Of, like
so
how
we
much
gotta
we're
move like
putting in.
fucking bosses and not buy jewels.
Let's talk about that. We've been if anyone watching this podcast noticed, we're not
We don't-
fiendishly ripping jewels every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't ripped a jewel in 2 days. This is day 2
Yeah.
for me.
Same.
Let's try to keep this going, guys.
Feels good.
Oh.
We've been
I'll still outrun you.
I will say this:
Same.
my whole life,
Smoking.
I casually smoked cigarettes, but like, I never felt addicted to nicotine really, but the jewel got me, man.
Jewel got
It
me
did.
too.
It got me.
And it wasn't even necessarily I was addicted to the nicotine almost. It was
Oh
just-
yes, it was.
I mean, it was the
For sure.
addiction of having something in my hand
Well, that's that
constantly
too.
and doing something. Like
I agree.
I just always wanted to smoke
An
something.
oral
And-
fixation.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes
Yeah.
it more readily available.
Exactly.
Right? Like more than
Because
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I didn't even
smoke
feel the
cigarettes,
nicotine.
you
Really.
like make a point to like step outside and like
You
have
smell
a
like
cigarette,
shit,
and it's-
but the jewel you don't smell bad.
it's
You can
just
stay
It's
inside.
actually
dab
it's
pen,
super
how you get,
correlated.
like super high without realizing.
if I had a dab pen, I would just burn the fuck out of it.
I think that's
Yeah.
why it's so addicting. Both of those aspects,
Yes.
though. It's a
It's the
fixation
combination
and
of
it's nicotine.
both.
So it's fucking
Yeah,
fucks you.
it's game over.
The jewel got all of us.
It did. I was like, I'll never get addicted to nicotine. I've like smoked like 5
Yeah.
cigarettes in my
Blacked
life.
out.
I'm like, this is gross. I'm not addicted after
But the
smoking
Juul.
this. But I hit that jewel.
Smacked.
Even like the first like week, I was like, oh, that's still not that bad. But then it fucking
Does it
got
taste
me.
pretty good?
No.
I've never done one.
I don't know.
I
don't.
mean,
It
doesn't-
tastes. If it like leaks on your tongue, it tastes
It's
like
like poison.
Ugh.
If I
It's
had to
like
guess
you
what
do
poison
not want
tasted
this
like,
in
it's
your
what-
body.
Yes.
If you
Alright.
taste it, but if you
Alright.
smoke it, you can't taste it. It doesn't like
Okay, well,
affect you like
it's
that.
just not a good
And
combination.
like they can't even like make
Ugh.
it taste all terpy like
No.
No.
a weed pen or
No,
something.
They
it's
used to
just
kind
poison.
of, but then they banned all the flavors. And
I think it tastes delicious and amazing. I walked into Austin's room the other day and he was just slapping nicotine patches all over his body, dude. Just like, I gotta get over this jewel thing, man. He had like 30 of them slapped all over his. I was like, what are you doing, man?
He like walked in and I was butt ass naked, like on my bed, just trying to like get one under my ass.
No, you know
asked
what?
him
I
for
actually
help.
totally like. I saw that in a movie. It was called "Thank You for Smoking." Have you heard of that movie? It came out like probably 2008 or something like that.
I feel like I've watched that.
They like almost kill this guy by slapping like 100 nicotine patches on him. He's like,
is that a documentary?
no, it's a real movie.
I've
I
never
don't-
seen
It's
it.
about a cigarette tobacco company lobbyist. So
okay.
he's like
Is it
the
based on a
asshole.
true
That's,
story?
well, it's based on a real. It's not based on a true story, but it's
Oh.
based on a real.
Okay.
Our reality.
But yeah, it's loosely based on reality. Like there are cigarette lobbyists that are
We should add that.
scumbags.
What is wrong?
Oh,
Is
with
it
yeah.
worth adding to the list?
Oh yeah, we should definitely watch it. Add to the movie list, which we still have to share with our wonderful world of
it?
fans.
So fired.
What's our one fan's name again? Oh, Dad. Dad, thanks.
Dad, Rick the Brick.
My dad's definitely watching.
Rick the
Thanks,
Brick
Dad.
watches
And my mom.
everything.
My mom was watching too. I heard.
Really?
I was happy to hear that they were both watching.
Nice.
Nice.
I feel
So,
like no
shout
one
out
in
to my
family
parents again.
watches.
Love you guys.
There you go.
I
You
feel
guys
like
are
I
the
could get
best.
like my grandparents or some people on here. You know, a couple.
I actually recorded a podcast with my grandma, and I'm trying to decide if I want to release it now or to save it for a rainy day. So
Yes.
we'll see.
Is that
Coming
content,
soon.
Is that
Dot,
content
dot, dot.
super relevant right now, or do we need that content?
That's a
Does
good
the
question.
world need it, Matt?
That's
You
a
should
good
really,
question.
You should consider
You
it.
should
Yes.
do like an
I mean,
afterlife. Like,
I assume your grandma's.
do it after she.
Once she dies, I should do a podcast with my grandma in heaven.
No. Wait to release it.
I was
it's
thinking
more-
that, but I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to be morbid.
Oh.
But yes, I was thinking that. Maybe
Is
once she
she-
passes, I'll say, hey, this is in loving memory of my wonderful grandma.
Yeah.
But, you know, here's the thing.
But she's never gonna pass.
Here's
That
the
will
thing.
get- that will get us more.
Here's the
views.
thing, though. She's like 85, and I don't know, fucking my great-grandma, actually it was the other side of the family. My great-grandma, though, great-great-grandma, lived to be 106.
That's
And then
crazy.
her mom lived to be in her 90s. So my grandma might live for like 15 more years. Who
Sit on
knows?
it.
Dude, I hope she does.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. She rocks.
She dropped some wisdom, or
Oh yeah, she was telling me some crazy shit about she like lived in Kansas during the Dust Bowl and how they had to like put you know, blankets over everything because everything was so dusty when she was growing up. And then she grew up. Both her parents were ministers in the Salvation Army Church, so she went to church like 7 days a week and grew up in a very strict church environment. And then
Are
did
they-
not have my parents go to church. Or
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my dad did not go to church as a
Wow.
child.
are they? What are they, like a Catholic organization? or
They're
what?
Christian, yeah.
Yeah.
They're I wouldn't say they're Catholic. I
Okay.
could be wrong on that, but they're.
was just wondering.
I think they're some sort of. I think they're more like a Protestant type thing. If I had to.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Do they rape little kids?
I'm pretty sure that they rape less children than the Catholics,
Nice.
but still
That's-
do
yeah.
rape
Oh, yeah.
children probably.
As long as they
Actually,
rape
no,
the safe.
no. Here's
for
the
them.
thing: they were both ministers and they were married, so they're allowed to fuck at least, you know. So no,
Nice.
the Catholic priests aren't allowed to fuck, and that's why they're like getting all weird and trying to.
Wait, is that why?
No,
Dude, that's
Wait,
a
that's why
huge
they're
reason
fucking,
why.
Dude, yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's
Oh
part
my
of it.
God.
That's
For
definitely.
sure.
It's not the only reason,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
but it's a huge part
No,
of it.
it's
They're not allowed to get married or have
Catholic
sex
priests get married,
technically.
they're-
That's
Yeah.
why they're just want to release.
They're pent
on
up,
everything.
dude. Yeah.
They'll
They're
fuck
like-
a squirrel. It's like
Yeah.
that squirrel kept on looking at me the other day. God damn, praise
Yeah,
Jesus.
I don't know. I don't know
It's so fucked up.
how they work it, but you know, in their minds.
Jesus
But
Christ.
it's like a loophole.
Literally,
like a
Jesus
loophole.
Christ.
Yeah, dude.
Religions, man.
Thanks, Jesus.
I just don't understand it.
It's not Jesus.
I think-
Actually, that was not Jesus' fault
Jesus
at all.
didn't do that shit.
Jesus, you're the man. Actually,
He's cool, but the Catholic Church is like
fucked.
well, that's what I've been coming to.
The
You know, I'm down with
Vatican-
Jesus, but the church
that's
is
how
fucking
I
crazy.
feel that way too, man. Like I don't know. I
Did
was
you grow
raised Catholic,
Okay, were you?
so that was like I don't know.
Did you get confirmed and all that?
Yeah. I don't know. The whole like their whole thing is like
Were you raped?
guilt and shame. No, I made it. I got out. No, I was never in danger as
Sorry.
far as I know.
You can tell us.
No, I'm good. I have relatively little trauma. You know.
Good.
Well, that's
throughout my
good.
life.
That's
You know, all things
I
Are
considered.
can
you
tell.
still religious?
Um,
And as in that like very Catholic way.
I've gone through like a process. I think, like after growing up Catholic, this happened in school too, where I felt like I started feeling like I was smarter than my teachers, and like not trusting shit they had to say. Like that started like in like 7th, 8th grade, and then like on through high school.
You're like, hold
And
the fuck up.
And
Hold up.
yeah, and that was happening too, like in different.
Hey, why don't you, can you stay a little closer to the
Oh
microphone?
yeah, sorry.
I was like-
That was happening. With religious questions I had too, and I was seeing the hypocrisy, and like I forgot when the first time was, but I heard about like the latest like the priest scandal. But I remember like asking family members like, "What's this?" and them just like, "Don't talk about that." And I was just like,
of
"What?"
course.
I was like, "What?" Like, so I feel like the Catholic shit turned me away right away, and I was like into atheism for a little bit. But then I did psychedelics, and I realized atheism is bullshit.
I agree with that.
So for a while, it was just like everything they told me is wrong because they couldn't answer my questions.
Yeah.
But then after I did psychedelics, like it was like, all right, it's not like black and white. Like it's not like there's nothing. And
Right.
then
That's a good point.
yeah, like I don't know. It's hard to different people want to like paint it as like a physical being or like a dude who looks like your grandpa or some shit, like an old guy in the
a
sky.
white bearded grandpa who knows.
Yeah.
Alan Watts talks about that. He's like, well, I'm now a grandfather. And he's like, and I know how stupid I am. He's like, I'm no longer afraid of grandfathers.
Still trying to figure shit out.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's good that you like ask questions though, dude, and like we're able to stand up to ask questions and be like, do I really believe this shit they're telling me? And so I'm gonna find out for myself.
Well, and it's all like, I mean, you guys, I'm sure have seen this in the music scene. There are a lot of very pseudo spiritual people.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, like, so astrology's real and your shiny rock has powers, but like there's no such thing as God. Like I'm sorry, like that shit is dumber than like the concept of like universal connection.
It's
Like
so
we
true.
know that
Right.
shit exists already.
Well-
and it's like, oh, you read your horoscope in the paper and that's real, but like we're not all like connected in some way. Like it's bullshit.
One of the people.
Come on. Like,
That's so good.
like
yeah.
I
Sorry.
mean,
Go
so
ahead.
like that's I don't know.
One of the people I respect a lot intellectually, Sam Harris. I probably bring him up constantly. But
Yeah.
are you familiar?
Sure.
So he's known as like one of the four horsemen of the atheists. He's like always
Yeah.
arguing for atheism, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
But in my mind, going along with what you were saying earlier, I think it takes just as much faith, which in its essence is believing something without logic, to believe that there's no God as to believe that there is one. Like, I'm not sure either way.
Yeah.
But if you're telling me that you're sure that there isn't a God,
Yeah.
then I think you're kind of fooling yourself just as much as someone who convinces me for sure that their God is real,
And
you know?
It's
what
very
is the
true.
purpose of that? Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't see like
think
you
you should
you
just-
really care that. Like, if you don't believe, man, it's cool, dude.
Yeah.
It's
You should
fucking,
believe whatever you want.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
gets you through your day.
Yeah, but
Right.
like I'm on my personal journey, and other people are on their journeys, and it's like, if someone like he probably believes in some form of like, or maybe he doesn't. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what he believes, but I feel like it's not. I don't know. I feel like people argue against like a certain concept of God as like a individual or like a person. It's like it's way bigger than that.
Here's another one I love is like, this will take any religious person back a step a minute and be like, oh wait, fuck. But like, let's say they're a Christian and they believe in the
Yeah.
Christian God and only the Christian God.
Right.
Well, you could say, well, you're actually an atheist too. You're just an atheist to Odin and to the Buddha and to every other God that's ever existed except the one that you're convinced is the one,
Yeah.
And so
Damn.
they're all atheists
Yeah.
too. They just don't think they are. And
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
kind
I've
of
never heard it put like that.
yeah, it's Richard Dawkins.
I mean,
Yeah, that's a huge fuck you.
Yeah, that makes them be like, wait, but
I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
damn. Oh, shit.
It's all the same God. Like is how it seems.
Yeah,
like.
they all like the same
It's
too.
just-
It's
they're
all like the common
just
practices.
slightly different.
Yeah.
It's like
very
characterized
racial.
different ways from like different perspectives, but it's like
Yeah.
um,
Did you read the Satanic Bible?
No, I haven't.
Well, don't. Well, no, I would, but it's kind of weird.
It's interesting. I didn't read the whole thing yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But-
cool at first, and then it's like gets like super like dark, and it's just like weird.
I think some of the ideas in it are quite petty.
Yes.
Like always be vengeful against those who wrong you and never let anything like go. And like in my
That's
mind,
not
that's
good advice.
that's the opposite of the way I live my life. I'm like,
Yeah.
let the little things go and don't, and then it makes my life better because I don't
Be
care.
like, it's like be
And always
absolute
forget.
gluttonous, like be as
not
gluttonous
always,
as you
but-
want.
Yeah.
Try to forgive all that.
Yeah,
always,
forgive,
you know?
man.
Move on.
I forgive people
Accept.
for crazy shit that people think I'm crazy for forgiving people for.
Same. Dude, life's too short to not forgive, man.
Yes.
What's it gonna benefit you for just hating them your
And
whole
people
life?
change.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
People do change.
that shit's I don't know. I feel like it's difficult to like live your life like consistently like with a mindset like that. Like that seems like a lot to carry like that you don't have to like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get that. But
Like, that would put more stress on me.
yeah, no, shit's tough. Like I don't know.
The warrior handles stress. Be a man.
Be a fucking man.
Satanists just want you to be a man, apparently. I don't really know. This is a very vague and gray.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
I haven't read it.
Did
I
you
haven't
finish
read
it, Ty?
paraphrase.
I
of
did
what's
finish
going
it.
on.
Yeah.
It got like super into like sex rituals that were kind of like degrading
Nice.
towards women.
Oh, sorry,
And
not
it was just,
nice.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like super metal actually.
Yeah.
it just got pretty metal.
Yeah.
Super metal.
Yeah.
We should ask your sister about it sometime. She's a Satanist, right?
I think so.
Sort of.
I don't know.
Like
She's
a-
like
she told
like a
me.
practical
She
one, or
told
she,
me.
like,
No,
just, like,
yeah,
thinks
she
it
told me
sounds
she was
cool?
a Satanist.
she's like the most hippie, loving, just metal girl like ever.
Yeah.
Like she just loves dark shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and my presents on Christmas Day were from Satan, not Santa.
man.
From my sister.
Oh damn.
Wait, Satan?
Satan.
Santa?
Oh,
She wrote.
They're the same letters.
yeah.
Fucking, that was a good ass movie.
Hey, really?
Come on.
Just mixed up a little bit.
Just-
I did this.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
You know what I'm saying? Not the same order. It was
Yeah.
just like flip flop
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah,
that's- yeah.
yeah. You know?
Same.
So you're
with
raised
that. No,
religious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty wild.
Right.
Sort of.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like my family was like serious about it when I was young, and then I was like, and by middle school I was like fighting it
Yeah.
and shit, and then eventually, I don't know. I'm not sure what my parents believe now. Actually,
Yeah.
they're definitely not as hardcore as they were before.
You should FaceTime him.
Yeah, let's ask him now. Let's phone a friend.
Slide in them.
You know,
slide in
maybe
their
another
DMs.
We talk about we've said this multiple times, but like, you know, like you fucking, a star exploded and formed into you after billions of years of evolution. Like, isn't that enough? Like,
Yeah.
can't that be
You
it?
need something
That's
else.
pretty.
like that's
You know,
it's
that's
pretty powerful shit.
that is it.
Yeah.
You know, like,
thing.
and because of that, like how like everything is just like connected. Like we're all just on this
Yeah.
plane that is together. And we're all vibrating vigorously.
oh,
Yeah.
Very hard.
dude, the universe is vibrating so hard.
Vigorously. No, but seriously.
But
like,
for
that's like that's the religion. And that means there is something more. We're just like
Yeah.
part of something bigger.
I think that Christianity gets a bad rap because of Christians and Catholics mostly. That's just, I shouldn't even say that, but that's just like that's the perspective I came from. But like, it's weird. Like, a lot of like Catholic ceremonies like seem like borderline satanic too, and like the Vatican's like a really creepy place if you've ever seen like pictures of it.
I've seen some pictures.
Of like
yes.
some of the statues they
I've seen
have,
Eurotrip.
and like Eurotrip, yeah, yeah. So I don't know. It's weird. The Catholic Church is fucking weird, but I feel like I don't know. It's not Jesus' fault.
It's
not his fault.
Coming
It's
back
not
to
his fault.
coming back to why we started talking
No,
about
it's just
this.
not his
It's
fault.
not
It's the
Jesus'
Christ-
fault,
it's
man.
People. It's people, and you know.
People ruin everything pretty
Yeah.
much.
Pretty much.
Anything good gets ruined. It's like Jesus' message good. No, fucking
Sure.
ruins.
Yeah, people.
Control happens.
Mhm.
I think that's another thing. Like I was
Yeah, someone really fucked up that telephone line.
what?
On Jesus.
Oh
Just
yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
Down the years, that just were like,
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
take
saying.
this story. I heard it out in one ear, not the other, completely wrong
Yeah.
way.
And I like fucking gospel music, dude. It's
Gospel
dude,
music.
It's
Yeah.
lit.
You have some like very soulful elements in your music.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that like what's your like background when it comes to like genre wise? And you said you were
Hip hop, isn't it?
Well,
playing instruments as a kid.
Yeah.
What'd you start with, and what was your
So,
progression?
my dad is a musician in Chicago still. He's a percussionist.
Mal, you
He
gotta-
plays like
Yes, anyone else need a beer?
yes, please.
good.
He plays in like orchestra pits for like musicals, and he does some other. He's in a lot of cool projects. He's really good. He's like where I got a really good visual example of like how hard you got to get after it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went really hard, and he's a beast. He supported a family of 4, him and my mom together.
That is so cool.
Like as a gigging musician, and he didn't start getting into like the orchestra pit shit until I was in like 7th or 8th grade, and up to that point, sometimes he like took other jobs if he had to. Like it was like I've already like seen,
The grind.
The life.
yeah, like, but I love music, and I was exposed to a lot of dope shit because of him and a lot of his friends, and so that's a big part of it. But I think the first instrument I really played seriously was guitar. I started that in like 5th grade. And then the first real band I was in was sometime in high school. We were a jam band called the Electric Boogaloo, and we
That's
played for 8 years. We were a crew,
Nice.
so by the time we were like old enough to play, like we'd do a couple shows a year, like at a block party or a, I don't know. There were different places. Like one year we got a gig underneath the library, in our hometown, like in the parking garage, like. It was cool, and like we
That's
had a
pretty
bunch
cool.
of people, like 200 kids, like in the parking garage at the library.
It's like some underground high school shit.
Yeah, but it was
It's
all
just
like
like-
city approved. We were like
That's
we were like upstanding community members.
That's
There
awesome.
kids like drinking and like smoking weed in the library parking lot and shit. But
Yeah.
it was funny, dude.
That's awesome,
yeah,
though.
so we were like a jam band, and we played for a while, and all the guys in that band are like really talented. We had a few different lineups. A lot of them, like I consider all of them like, friends forever, like
Your crew,
bros,
blood brothers.
for sure. And then after that, I played guitar in like a kind of like hard rock metalish type band for a little bit, for like a year and a half. And that was like a concept album type project. We were called Count Rugen.
Count Rugen?
Based out of from the Princess Bride.
I've never seen that actually.
Really?
No.
It was a pretty nerdy metal project. But
That
it was,
sounds awesome.
dude. It was. I love playing with that band too. Like, yeah, like the whole album was like a concept. Basically, like this. You guys, none of you have seen the Princess Bride? Anyone?
No.
I've
Like
heard
with
of it.
Andre the Giant, and he's like,
I'm familiar. Okay,
inconceivable,
yeah.
Like,
I'm
I'm
familiar. Yeah, pull up the Princess
Damn.
Bride, please.
yeah, dude. Because the Count Rugen's a character, and the Princess Bride, he's the 6-fingered man. He's like this evil
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
dude. It's good.
Because I know that dude.
Let me peek here. Oh, that's the dude from Whoa.
Oh shit.
Whoa. That's the dude from Robin Hood. Men in Tights. Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah,
that is.
totally. No, dude.
seen-
Andre.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Andre the Giant's in it. Like,
Yeah, I remember the scenes with Andre the Giant.
But okay, so basically, Count Rugen is like the king's. He's like the head of like, I don't know what his title is, but he does all the torture. He's like the evil scientist who practices all like the different ways to torture people, and like, I don't know. He's the evil guy. But anyway, all the songs were like a side story about him from the Princess Bride.
That's fucking badass.
And it was we had a
That's pretty awesome.
yeah, and that was a dope band. Like
Dork.
yeah. No, but it was crazy. Like everyone in that band was really good too. Like our singer was this like tall dude with dreads and like great
Can we
voice.
find music from
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, probably search Count Rugen on Facebook.
Count Rugen.
Yeah, if you go to my Facebook, it's in my bio. But Count Rugen band or music.
Music.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're
That's our logo.
Count
The
Rugen.
Bandcamp.
We're gonna start a band. It's gonna be the Dude Man Group.
The Dude Man Group.
Damn, dude.
Right?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
If you go to that website,
This one.
yeah, click there. And you went. That's to the 5th track.
So the 5th track.
Yeah,
I wonder if I could play.
we'll go through that.
Should I play it just from the microphone? Or
I want you guys to
Do you know
hear
what-
it. I'm here to show you guys.
Okay.
Just pull it up.
Yeah.
It'll come through. People can look it up.
They'll be able to hear it on the mic.
Yeah.
A lot of alternate time shit too. It's nerd shit, dude.
Some nerd shit.
Vocals or did somebody else do
My homie is the front man. I'm the guitar.
Yeah. I like that part. It's really loud.
11-8.
This is about. There's this character in The Princess Bride, and he's trying to track down the man who killed his father, and it's Count Rugen. And he's like, my name's Inigo Montoya, so, like, you killed my father, prepare to die. And he, like, practices to say it his whole life, and this is, like, when they meet, is this track.
That's pretty rad.
That is pretty rad.
That
Yeah.
song was sick as fuck.
I enjoy that.
Thanks. So, that project was cool, and that was different.
Was he Zorro too? That dude.
Yeah.
Antonio Banderas was Zorro.
Oh.
For real?
Badass.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
just thinking the mustache.
definitely.
Have you guys seen Desperado?
What, man?
Desperado?
No.
What?
You've never seen the movie? Oh, God.
I've seen that,
bad
I'm
at-
pretty sure.
I'm bad.
The
at
movie where they got guns in the guitar cases?
I'm bad at
name's-
names
that movie
of
sounds
movies
super
that I saw when
familiar.
I was little.
I feel like I've seen it. I don't know.
Have you seen Desperado?
No.
Oh, my God.
Sorry.
Watch it,
All right.
bitches.
I'll do it. We could make a trade. You guys got to watch The Princess Bride.
Desperado.
All right, I'll
You
watch
should watch
Princess
that.
Bride.
It's nerdy and it's like it's
I'll
a
watch
kids
it.
movie, but it's actually like
Good plot.
that's some good shit, dude.
Good story.
That's some. I'm sure there's if people see this or hear this, there's gonna be people who are outraged that you didn't see The Princess Bride.
So, hey, to those people, I'm
Outrage.
sorry.
We're gonna get
Yes,
on it.
We don't
I
mean to
promise.
Outraged.
offend you.
Yeah,
We will watch it.
outrage.
Well,
we're
like,
gonna cancel you. Guys.
once we get this hooked up,
Probably.
We've been
we can just,
canceled,
like, watch
50 times.
we can just
Yeah.
throw it on right now.
Our friends have already, our own friends have already tried to cancel us.
No.
I have felt this same way at times, but it's just like whatever. Like
People just
cancel
think,
me, you fucking weirdos. Like I'm
I've canceled
How
myself.
dare you think I give a fuck what you think?
Exactly.
whatever. Dude.
Like, I'm not gonna.
There's this guy named
canceled till I
Andrew.
get canceled for some shit I need to be canceled
Yeah,
for.
this guy named Andrew Wong. He's a painter.
Yeah.
He's like, I canceled myself 50 times. Like, you're gonna cancel me? What the fuck? What do you think this is?
Yeah,
like,
I don't give a
you can't
shit.
tell me. I'll cancel myself when I
Especially
want
if
to.
I actually haven't done anything wrong. If I
Yeah,
said like
no,
terrible
exactly.
things,
Oh,
that'd be
yeah.
different.
and
Well,
we're
we
in this,
grill,
like,
we make
COVID
mistakes,
shit,
but,
too. It's
like-
more than half the industry is like scared to throw a show. So it's like, what? You're
Yeah.
not gonna book me?
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. Like whatever. Like
At the very beginning
Like,
of
people don't even
COVID,
wanna
people
do it.
told Matt he should be canceled for having people over for his birthday.
I
like what?
People were
I
pissed.
People were
remember
so- they literally said
because
he
I
should be
responded
canceled.
attending, and then a couple people messaged me.
That is
And
so
I was
funny.
like, I was like, God damn it! And I wanted to go,
People are very like.
and I told
we're just
everyone
so
that I
entitled
told
now.
I was going. They're like, dude, fuck you,
Dude.
Like,
Dude,
people
you
just
want to kill everyone's grandma?
It's just. It's
You want
just
to kill
pure.
everyone's grandma?
It's pure entitlement.
You just never
You
leave your
are-
house, man.
Everybody's
See
just
how
so
far that
entitled.
gets
It's
you in
like,
life.
They want you to do what they want you to do.
You're not
Like, it's
living in
control.
fear as well.
It's control. It's like however they feel, they want you to feel. The
Yeah,
exact
I'm like,
same.
I'm not gonna give
It's
in to
like,
your bullshit.
I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Have you
Exactly.
seen
And the
that?
thing is, I love you.
Have you seen
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I don't tell you what to do.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't give a fuck what anybody does. But you tell
yeah.
me what to do, and it's just not gonna work.
And I
It's not
make
gonna
fun
fly
of the
with me.
masks and
No.
shit, but I don't want to. I want to be clear. Like, I don't like make a stink. Like, I want to support businesses because they're getting fucked so badly right now. So I'm not gonna be that dude, but I'm also not gonna like. I'm trying to be more selective about like businesses I support and shit like that. But like, I don't know. I just think they don't do anything. I know they don't do anything.
They don't. I don't feel like they don't either.
It's just like, don't take care of your immune system. Like, don't take care of your health. Don't work out. Don't get a good night's rest.
Yep.
No vitamin C. Just wear this dirty sock on your face. And fucking
It's so true.
And do everything.
It's so true.
It's
dude.
gonna stop the virus. It doesn't even matter. Just
You have
anything.
To, you have to do more than just wear a face mask. Yeah, like you
I'm-
said, you need to work out. You need to eat healthy. You need to
It's
get a
like
good night's
what
sleep.
we just decided to forget everything about immune system health and like
Yep.
like hand sanitizer. That's not good for us to be.
It's been proven.
sanitizing
I'm
shit.
pretty sure that hand sanitizer.
No, we're supposed to be
doesn't work
trading
really.
off germs.
No, that's how you build your immune system. Like
Exactly.
they're like stay inside. It's like no, you should go outside and get sunlight.
Yes.
Like
And mingle.
yeah,
Yep.
dude. Like
And if you die, you fucking die.
You
All right?
fucking
I'm
die.
fucking
Well,
done caring.
I'm
No, I'm
Pretty
just
sure
kidding.
I had
Just
the virus
kidding.
already,
Yeah.
like,
and it. Sorry, dog.
Just kidding. If you die, I'll feel
No,
really sad.
No,
Didn't mean
it's
that.
Not like,
I love you
doesn't-
guys.
It's not really like that. I just think at first we didn't know, and now we know a lot of the shit they originally feared wasn't true, and they keep saying like, "Oh, there's more cases," but it's like it's not as dangerous as they said it was at the beginning.
yeah.
So more cases literally means the death rate is dropping every day by that many cases.
Which is what happens with
And
viruses.
like, they're not saying stats that matter, like hospitalizations. Like, how about that? Because a lot of these people are getting.
Should scoot up a little bit.
They're
Or
get-
scoot the mic back.
they're getting. Like, it seems like apparently you can get it and have no symptoms. Like, a lot of people. That sounds like complete bullshit to me. But I won't go. Whatever. The point. The point is that the vast majority of the people getting it aren't dying. So like hospitalizations would be a better reflection, and the death numbers they jacked up. Don't even get me started on that shit. Like, so like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
I think it was just.
I'm not happy about it, and a lot of people just get mad if you're not like living the lie as
exactly.
well. Like, and I.
But you can't be afraid to ask questions. Like we kind of talked about earlier. Like
Yeah.
they said when like literally like 2 days after protest, and they're like, they came out with 1,000 some cases or all these new cases or some
Lies.
shit, and it's like it takes a week for the virus to even show up in your system. So how'd you know
Yeah,
in 2
at-
days
at
of
one point-
protesting that there's all these new confirmed cases?
At one point, they
They
said
just wanna
14
scare you.
days. Like the
Yeah.
fact is, the shit,
They're
all the
just-
shit they're saying is to guide a narrative or like guide
Yep.
public opinion in a certain direction. And so that's
Blatantly.
why there's all these logical inconsistencies, and people will be like, "Oh, you think you're smarter than the experts?" And it's like, no, they said something different 3 days ago than they said today. Like, they're just changing depending on like what the question is, what the subject is.
Yep.
Like, it's all very political in a lot of senses, it feels like. And so, you know,
It's just
I'm sorry, like, people have like a violent reaction. It's like, I'm like an anti-war pacifist. Like, that's why a lot of shit that's been going on upsets me so much, is because like I'm not down with it, and people like have this violent reaction. It's like, I'm just saying shit, you know, I'm just speaking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing anything to hurt anybody. But people are like,
You're trying to kill my grandma.
yeah. No, they've made fear a virtue. Like, they're like, no, I'm not afraid. I just care about other people. And it's like, like, I don't understand. Like, when are you gonna take the mask off and like hug your friend again? Like, when are you gonna do that? Like, are you that you?
Yeah. This isn't it like 0.00 like
5.3%? It's
3%.
dropping every day.
Yeah.
It's dropping every day.
Imagine if fucking a comet hit our country.
Yeah.
I think people for the first time.
This kills like
realized-
no one. Imagine if something actually really fucked up happened.
Oh yeah.
We would be if our country shuts down this much from COVID, if like we have a real like country ending like devastating event, like
Yeah.
we're fucked, dude.
Well, because
We are
this
fucked.
just feels like a
so many
test.
people. There's
just
so many people.
Yeah, this is like dipping your toes in the water of
They're
catastrophe.
like, how
Yeah.
far can we push this now? Because, like,
And
after
now
they
through,
got us,
and also through all this, they're like blatantly just making it like a circus act.
Let's
like,
talk about the fires.
It's divide and conquer bullshit.
It is
and
insane,
fires.
dude.
Yeah, look at the
everything-
fires. A real natural
everything that-
disaster, you know?
Oh my god, dude.
We were out there. We were up in Winter Park, and I've never seen anything like it.
It was
apocalyptic.
It was so apocalyptic, man. It looked like
Dude,
a
it
giant
was
volcano.
freakish, dude.
Yeah.
You can even see the sun.
Byers Peak is one of the largest peaks in the valley,
For sure.
and just right behind it, like
What town is this?
we were in Fraser, right by
Okay.
Winter Park.
Yeah.
And yeah, Byers is really prominent in the field of view there,
Mm-hmm.
and we just saw this huge smoke pillar get bigger and bigger all day,
Yeah.
and by sunset, it looked blood red, and it was like it looked like a volcano was erupting. It was insane.
I had a similar experience a couple years ago. There was a 4 or 5 month stretch where I went out to like a little outside Durango. I was fucking around one summer, and it was the year there was like the huge fires in the Durango area. It was like 2 summers ago, or I think it was 2. But same shit. Like, we drove like right up to the fire, and it was like watching helicopters like dip into like there was a lake and like dip in and like
To pick up
dropping
water.
buckets. Like,
That's kind of crazy.
it was nuts, and they had us turn back. But that whole summer was fires. It was dry as hell. What up, dog? You got it.
What? Leave the dog. Leave the dog be. Oh, good old Carrie, always making an appearance.
good dog.
Yeah, man, that's fucking nuts
She's
though.
such a good dog.
Those fires are scary, man. Yeah, it just seems like they're really
yeah.
amplifying anything,
What-
everything bad.
It's
Everything
it's
bad
a
and
bad
nothing
movie
good.
to me. They're like literally lizard people. Like, I don't understand
Yeah,
how
no.
you could have. I don't understand how you could be a human being with the things that are going on right now,
Yeah.
and like project this narrative of just dishonesty.
Yeah.
And you're seeing people, the civil unrest that is happening right
Yeah,
now,
dude.
and they're just like, what human being is gonna like? Oh, I have manipulation over millions of people. Let's just like sprinkle some fucking salt on this
they're
fire.
pushing our
Like,
buttons. Those people
Wait.
and
don't
people
care
are
about
shooting each other.
I'm so confused. I thought we were talking about forest fires.
He jumped to lizard people.
I was like,
But
wait,
it's
what?
not connected.
No, I'm saying because
No, for
no,
sure.
we were talking about the news, and me and him were
it's
talking.
just-
about
oh,
the
yeah.
news.
Just like
Oh.
pushing
Yes.
everything
Oh.
that's bad
Yes, they're
and
pushing
nothing
everything
that's
that's bad.
good.
Yeah.
Like, they're just
Yes.
like, anything bad that happens, they're just like, check this out.
Yes.
Check this
I
out.
was like,
don't
well,
you hate each
like,
other?
Wait, what did
Like,
I miss there? We went
Oh.
from fires to lizard people.
Yeah. No, it connects, though. It connects.
No, there's a connection for sure.
Yeah. No.
Someone give me some fucking
have-
golf shoes.
We were talking about narratives.
Yeah. No, they want to push it whatever way, and the reality is people who actually have control over that type of thing don't care about us, and they want us to not care about each other for fun. It's like, and,
The news is a profit game, man. You know,
Dude.
their whole game is to make as many people watch their channel as possible.
yeah.
And death and destruction sells.
It's a big show. that shit's all bullshit. Like, in other countries, people know that everything on TV is propaganda, and in America, like, some people, it's all they believe.
Yep.
Is what they see on TV, and in other countries, they're like, come on, like, that's It's literally the propaganda machine.
Well, that's why things are finally starting to change because of the internet. Because back then, when the television was the only outlet for your information and newspapers, then they literally had all the control. But now there's enough people that have, whether it's private funding or independent wealth, and are really committed to truth, that are like going out there and doing the research, and then there's all these other like information sources, which is a good thing. But then it also makes it impossible to siphon through the amount of bullshit.
There should be accountability for truth.
I have to like
Like,
look
Of course,
should-
that's
like,
the
when are-
hope.
But there's
you know?
like no accountability
Yeah,
anymore
how many
because
times
there's so much
did they get to
information.
lie to you before
All the
they are
time.
discredited? Because apparently, all the credible sources have an unlimited get out of jail free card for lying.
Yep.
That's why I think
They
it's
can
so,
say whatever they want.
that's why I think it's so dangerous that Donald Trump is the president, because this man lies over and over again with impunity and just makes himself look like a complete fool with no regard for the truth, no honor towards upholding the truth. And like, he's proven wrong and still like right to his face, and just like makes like a child. He's just like, no, that's not true.
Yeah,
and then like,
it's tough for me because he like says the news is fake, and the news was fake before Donald Trump ever said that.
that is true.
So like, I'm like, fuck, like.
But okay,
That's right.
Okay, that is true. But then what people like intermingle that with, which they shouldn't, is objective truth, like scientific truth. And so he says things like, "Oh well, global warming. This is alternate facts."
He
and
might be the
blah,
greatest
blah, blah.
controlled opposition of all time, because him saying the news was fake. Like, right when people were starting to not listen to the news, now everyone does the exact opposite of anything he says. So him saying the news is fake, a bunch of people are like, oh my God, the news isn't fake. And then they're just like
Eating it up.
give me all this bullshit.
Yes, that's
Give me
dangerous
all the
too.
bullshit. And they're so triggered by his face and the tone of his voice
Yes.
that it's like, all he has to do is say some shit. He could say anything and people would lose their fucking shit. I mean, even like basic politician stuff.
I watched this
It's like-
video that went around of
Yeah.
Trump, and it was an interview that someone had with him over like the coronavirus stats or some shit.
Yeah.
And the dude would literally just be like, "No, you're wrong. This is like why you're wrong," and give him like some statistical information on why he was wrong. And then, like you said, like a little kid, he had like all these papers in front of him, and he was like trying to flip through them real quick and be like, "No, you see, like just look at the paper right here. Like you see by like what the paper says." And this dude doesn't even have any papers, and just throwing out all these statistical facts.
Yeah.
And then I saw a video that went viral that someone made, and they took off just the section of Trump, and then like mirrored it basically, so he was arguing against himself, and he was just like proving himself wrong back and forth because he just kept lying over and over again to this dude.
Sounds
It
about
was
right.
the funniest shit I've ever seen.
There's this chart right here. It's like Donald Trump false or misleading claims. In the month of October, he had 1,200 false or misleading
Wait, what?
claims. Yes.
1,200?
Yes.
Who rated the
These are all.
validity of the claims? It's NPR or
That's a good question.
Washington Post.
So even if it's someone totally
CNN.
liberal, we can say that at least 20% of that has to be true,
Yes.
Yeah.
That means you lied a
it's just
lot.
like-
which would put him at like
for
200 or something like that.
It's just like
It's a
Openly
lot for
lies.
1 month.
I don't understand
Yeah.
how people don't like feel it. Like, I know when he's lying.
Yep.
Like, and if you don't see that, I just don't.
Yeah.
You don't feel that vibe
for sure.
of somebody just lying to your face.
It's just so conflicting
Yeah.
because like the Washington Post lies all the time.
Yes, they all
And
lie.
Their own, like, I know, like, it's like people think that they're like, oh, this is like a liberal news source, but like Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post.
Yeah, it's sketchy in a little bit.
The Amazon dude. He's like one of the richest people in the world.
A lot of rich people claim to be like liberal, at least like tech people. I guess he's not really a tech guy per se, but in a way, he's internet,
Yeah.
shopping. That's sort of techie.
But it's just like, people will be like, I hate rich people, and then it's like, fuck Amazon, but like, check out this Washington Post article.
I've defended him in multiple posts where people say that about Jeff Bezos. I'm like, oh yeah, he's just created like hundreds of thousands of jobs that wouldn't exist if he didn't make that company, which doesn't help our economy or people feed their families at all.
Well, he's been able to capitalize pretty hard on all this shutdown.
It's so great. We always say it's great,
I don't
man.
understand the taxes thing.
It's great.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole. Yeah, the taxes thing is pretty crazy. You're right. It's just it's write-offs. It's like I do write-offs for my company. Yeah. I'm able to. Yeah. He writes off all the shit they buy, and there's so much that Do I agree with it? I don't know. I don't know all the details that really go into it, but I do know. I would have say with full heartedness that we're better off with that company than without them. I would say that.
I can see that.
I think society is better off with them than without them.
I use it.
Desperado
I can't say that I don't, fuck with it.
It looks bad.
Yo, Desperado is badass. Selma Hayek is the babe in the movie.
But I guess you want to keep in mind that most of these media companies are owned by super rich people, and it's like 4 companies that own like all the major media.
Oh, I agree with everything you're saying.
The idea that it's like 4 people that can control
but that's the beauty
entire narrative.
But that's the beauty of Donald Trump. Like the thing he lies about are so easily disprovable that you just put it in his face. And like the one time he was talking about this hurricane going towards Alabama, and then like they were like, well, no, it's like it's not. We've proven that it's going the other way. And then he's like, he showed this chart. He's like, no, look, it is. And he drew in arrows and then a circle of the hurricane going towards Alabama. Like a fucking 8-year-old. This man is our president. I don't get it, man. Dude. Yeah, it's just the most insane shit I've ever seen. But he's a good businessman.
Very good businessman. Tyler's like, I don't even know what to say right now.
I just remember last time I was home, I was with my parents, and they're just like, well, Oprah could be being the Democrat president or the Democratic nominee. I'm like, look at you guys. God. Like, what are we talking about? Donald Trump against Oprah Winfrey? Like, this is where we're at.
That's the thing.
And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, dude.
Because Kanye West is trying to become president too.
If I heard he's on the Colorado ballot, is that still true?
Bad TV show.
I have no idea.
Because
he was able to get on like 45 ballots, I think.
No,
or it was like 40.
It was like 11.
Oh, I thought it was like he missed out only on like 11.
No.
Oh, okay.
It was a short list. He can't be president. He's not on enough ballots.
See, I thought he like missed a deadline to only be on like that many.
I think he got thrown off. They like excluded him
wouldn't surprise
off
me.
Illinois. They said he had like fake signatures
crazy.
Or something. I love Kanye. He's my favorite.
I think he's a great producer, but I think the man's crazy now.
He's entertaining to laugh at.
Dude,
that's for sure.
He's crazy.
I think he's the greatest hip hop producer
Kanye West
ever.
is literally bipolar.
Yeah.
And schizophrenic. He always has been. Bipolar is like the new schizophrenic.
Right,
it's the same thing.
Pretty much.
It's the same shit. But whatever. I'm not going to clarify that. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
It's not exactly the same, but yes, I know what you're saying.
So he's been crazy forever, and no one ever like really. They let him do shit when they thought that they could just like use him as like a tool, like to push the narrative, like any celebrity. And even though I totally don't agree with everything that comes out of his mouth, what I've always appreciated about Kanye is that while other celebrities, like earlier we were talking about how people on social media like curate how themselves and like their public image or whatever, and he doesn't do that. He goes on the same like bullshit like human journey we all go on, and he's a lot more open about it than most celebrities. And he says some crazy shit sometimes, but also he says some really dope shit. And they literally take him out of context because when he speaks, it's like this stream of consciousness style, like ranting usually.
We
And
know.
so they'll-
We've seen his Twitter.
Totally.
1,000 tweets in one fucking night that are
I've never seen
5
his Twitter,
seconds
not
apart.
once.
Did you
That's
hear?
love
fucking
it.
crazy.
But he'll fucking like they'll take like 15 seconds or 30 seconds, and it's like to even understand what he was trying to say, that clip needs to be like 8.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, because he's not saying literally what he's saying. He's like speaking in metaphors, and he's like weird, and he's like egotistical, but like all
I think
these
his
other
new music
celebrities are.
sucks. I think he's crazy now, man. I think he
I
just
think he's
literally
always-
fell off.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll be on our podcast?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Did you hear Joe Rogan talk
He's
about
got
him?
time now that he's getting divorced.
No, I haven't. Which
Joe Rogan talked to him on the phone. He's like,
Yeah.
it was weird. He's like, I've never spoke to anybody. Like, I felt like he had like this different like stream of consciousness, like just ideas going.
Yeah,
like
dude.
he's like, when I talked
He's
to
a
him, it's
fucking
like I
genius.
never experienced that with another person. Like
According to South Park.
he
a fucking
he
genius.
felt like he had just like
Yeah.
other like all these ideas in his head like while they were talking and just like
No,
craziness.
he's literally he's bipolar, and so he's got like some
he's so
insanity
such
going
a good
on.
artist though
But
too.
they used to take like take advantage of it. I even
He
like
still has
some
some
of the new
decent
shit.
shit.
Did you hear like the brand new thing from like a couple months ago that came out? It was like the single off of his album. It's like it's a rap banger. It's called Wash Us in the Blood. It's a rap. It's like old school, like
I'll have to listen to it.
it goes hard. It's not like the Jesus is King was like really like, you know, probably my least favorite Kanye album, even though there's a couple slapping tracks on
it's
there.
him and Travis Scott.
Yeah.
That sounds like a banger.
Yeah, it sounds like
it
it'd be pretty
goes
good.
hard. The
Because
beat is hard.
that
and
little
it's-
pump shit sucked.
that was terrible.
Yeah,
That's a terrible track.
I hated that.
No, and the thing is, like, he's not the best lyricist, and a lot of his lyrics like make like
I
he'll
think
have,
he's
like
I think he's a great producer.
me too. I love his.
I think he's the
production.
greatest. I think he's better than Dre. I think he's.
I love
think
his
he's
production.
Better than Zaytoven. I think he's.
dude, it's like a
He's
gospel.
it is. I think he's the greatest hip hop producer ever made.
Yeah, I
But
love
I just
all of his
don't
beats.
like where
For
he's
sure.
going now.
Do you like
Totally.
good music, Cruel Summer, or is that it, or Cruel Summer?
I
Have
don't
you
know.
heard that?
No.
By Kanye? Oh, dude,
don't
it's
know.
such a good mixtape.
I'm trying to remix Wolves
Yeah.
by him. I have like a
Yeah,
version, like a draft version done,
dude.
and Wolves, dude, it hits me different off
Yeah.
that fucking Life of Pablo.
Oh, that's a good album, man.
I liked it. Yeah, I have like I downloaded when he originally dropped Life of Pablo.
Yeah.
It had like it set a record for most illegal downloads, and I was one of those downloads.
Yeah, me too.
And
I was one.
and
of
then
those
he
talent-
pulled the album back
yeah.
and to make changes to it, like
Mhm.
after like 4 days or
Yeah.
5 days. And so I can say I am
Yeah.
one of the few people in the world that have both versions of
OG.
the
Yeah,
album.
me too.
I have the very OG version that you'll never find again.
It's so funny. I like that he does shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking care that he says shit I don't agree with, because like I don't agree with a lot of people,
Same.
and like
But I
like
still fuck
most
with a lot of
like
people.
most people, and like I don't know, all these other like celebrities are like trying to like make you think they're someone, and they're not. Like,
Dude,
they turn out to be like a total piece of shit, and he's just like going
Bass
on
nectar.
his like, yeah, dude, it's
Dude, I hate that Future, since you like hip hop and stuff, you know Future,
Yeah.
right? I hate that, like, I think he's the greatest trap rapper, one of the greatest trap rappers
Yeah.
to ever do it, but
I
I
like
hate
his-
that he doesn't do any of the shit.
I like.
I
his
found out that
beats.
he said in an interview that he doesn't do like Molly, doesn't do any codeine, he doesn't do any of that shit, but he raps about it, and I'm like, how can you rap about it if you don't live that lifestyle?
Do you think he used to, but he
maybe he
realized
used to.
the
No,
longevity?
You
no,
can't do that lifestyle.
I think
for very
in
long.
an interview he said
No,
he's
you gotta
never
keep on
done
doing
it.
drugs.
Yeah, you can't just
Yeah.
like you can't just keep doing.
I think in an
codeine
interview
your
said
whole
he's
life.
never been a part of that scene. He's just
Wanna bet?
raps about it because he knows people fuck with it and he's good at it.
Well,
Which I
mean,
respect that, but like
I
it
don't
just,
You might get
really.
canceled
but it
for
kind of
this.
disappointed me. Like
Well,
yeah,
I
I'm
don't
like,
really respect that if that's true, but
Yeah.
like that is how
It made me-
pop music works. Like
Yeah.
those beats are dope, but I've never heard like a Future lyric where I was like, whoa.
But how many
That was
trap
deep.
songs? That's all B. is,
excuse
like,
me, sir?
lyrics.
I don't know.
Future
dude.
has some sick songs though.
I like his.
I ain't
like
got
his
no
beats.
manner for no sluts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my thumb in
In
her
her
butt.
butt.
That's the deepest
Slave Masters,
fucking
dude.
lyric you
Fucking.
can make.
That's-
That is
that's
the
Surf
deepest
the
lyric.
bass.
That's
straight
funny
deep
shit.
in the asshole.
That's funny shit.
Fucking.
But that's all that is. Is funny.
Austin, dude, how's that 5-hour energy, bro?
Dude, I'm feeling it.
I'm just laughing over here because I see you're just like
Yeah.
about to fucking eject from that chair, dude.
Yeah.
Straight
I'm
up.
enjoying the conversation.
No,
bro.
me too. Please continue. I just needed to point that out because I think it's awesome.
I'm
Get it, yeah!
Yeah.
Woo!
I might have to fucking just start doing some curls while we're fucking
Dude,
just
do
getting
you
some
think you
interviews
could
in.
break that bottle in your hand with one grip?
I don't want to try. I think I could though.
Yeah, that would hurt a lot. No, don't do that. That would hurt a lot.
And then a
I don't- I don't
70-year-old
think
man
I
who
should do
could
that.
crush an apple in his hand to apple juice.
that's
It's
manly as
a 70-year-old
fuck.
man.
Is that like an unreleased one?
No, man, this came out in 2012.
What?
That Cruel Summer Good Music album.
Jesus.
It's like
Well, that's cool that I have
Who is it?
Kanye. To
it's
listen to
Kanye.
that.
Okay.
I always play that one song in the car. It's always a Kanye song. It's with a bunch of artists.
Yeah, that one song
Yeah.
that you always play. That you
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
play a lot of songs.
But
With that guy?
he plays a lot of his production is dope.
Dude,
like I
he
first
is
got
so
into it when I
crazy.
started producing hip hop. So I started looking. That was when I started looking at his shit more seriously, and I'm like,
Who's
like,
the?
like his lyrics. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're good. They make me laugh often, but I would never say Kanye's like one of the greatest rappers.
No,
But some of the beats and like his sample work and
Yeah.
like other shit,
it's his
like,
production, man.
dude,
Insane.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Who was kind of like his little the dude from Chicago that's huge that he kind of took under
Chance?
the rapper. Yeah,
Yeah,
Chance.
I like Chance
yeah.
too.
They both have that kind of like gospel sound to them and everything,
Mhm.
and I love it.
Chance's big break. Chance is like the beginning of the SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah.
Chance dropped.
He
acid
owns it
rap.
right now, or
Oh.
because I think SoundCloud was about to like shut down or something.
He doesn't
bought
own it. He donated money
he
to it.
definitely,
Okay.
Yeah, he helped them out financially.
He helped
for
them
sure.
keep
He
going,
saved it.
right?
Yeah, but he like put his album Acid Rap out for free on SoundCloud, and he was not a big artist when he put it out. And it spread around. I downloaded it and like burned a CD of it and like listened to it in my car and like showed
Yeah.
it to people and like he was like the first, literally like the first like SoundCloud rapper to like get
To blow up.
to blow up, and he blew up hard.
Yeah, he did.
Shortly
He's
after
huge.
taking psychedelics too.
Yeah, dude, that acid rap, it the first time I heard that, that's a tight album. And then he went the Jesus route, and like it's still like there's a lot of dope stuff on there too. No, that happens. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. He's doing good, and
He
he's
is.
dope as
No, he
fuck.
is.
And
He's
as,
super
super
nice.
successful right now.
well, yeah, and as people like from Chicago too, like I always thought he was dope because he was gonna donate $1 million to Chicago public schools.
Yep.
And after he realized like how corrupt the system was, he just like literally took the money and bought what they needed and like
Oh, I remember that.
brought it there.
They're
Like
fighting.
he's like, I'm not giving
'Cause
this
he
money
knows they're
to
gonna blow it.
anybody.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, I'm buying the shit. I'm bringing it in. I'm giving them what they need. Like that's how this is
and
going.
that's shit.
Like,
that's smart,
dude,
That's
Chicago's
genius.
government is fucking.
I
Just
remember that.
any government,
I remember
man.
that
That school's
interview.
gonna take that money and just
Chicago is the one of the
keep
most
it, man.
corrupt. Illinois is like the most corrupt state, maybe like
Illinois
top
fucking
3
Gotham
Illinois
City.
politically,
sucks.
dude. It's like been run literally by the mob for like 100 years.
Yes. Industrial
Literally the
Revolution
mob.
shit. Like,
Yeah, dude. Like so, it's I don't know.
it was super segregated. It
So-
was
but that
gangs.
was when Chance did that. I'm like, I don't care if I never like another song you put out.
yeah.
Like I'm like,
You're a great person.
I'm like, Chance is he's the dude.
yeah,
He's the dude.
that's dope. I hate like how when people fucking make it and they don't give back. It's like
Yeah, that's not
especially
him.
when you came from nothing.
like Michael
Mhm.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan, dude,
Mhm.
could have turned Chicago around.
He didn't do
or
shit
just
for
did,
Chicago.
He didn't do shit, and he said he'd never give up on their city, and then moved away and fucking just never came back. And just never
I've
been able to
heard
sell
a
his
bunch
house
of
there.
stories about him being a cheap piece of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I can. He's my
he's literally
favorite
like-
basketball
Me
player
too.
ever.
No,
He's literally
I
all
love the Last
money.
Dance.
Yes, he's the greatest basketball player ever, and I fucking love him on the court.
He's
But I
did
mean,
the most petty
sorry.
Hall
Did he
of-
donate to any charities? I'm sure he did.
I mean, I'm sure he's
of
done,
course he
but
Sure he
has.
did.
Of course
he hasn't done
has.
really shit as a whole.
But remember, he
for
said that. I
Chicago.
agree with him. He's
No.
like, I never wanted. He didn't want to have to be the. Why is
should've
he
had-
obligated to have to
No.
be the one to change Chicago? It's
was-
not his
it's not,
obligation.
But like,
He was the
why
first.
would you
he's
want to?
because he's a basketball player.
I wish he gave a.
He's
little,
not a fucking
I wish he
social
gave-
I
revolution.
mean,
I wish
LeBron James
political
fucking gives a
activist.
hell of a lot of money.
So that's why I just said what I said. I'm
Yeah.
sure he
Yeah.
gave money.
He was the
But I mean, LeBron James is giving a lot more than I've
Well,
Michael
okay,
Jordan has.
but maybe that wasn't.
I know, I'm
I don't
just
know,
saying.
man. Like,
yeah.
it doesn't bother me at all that he didn't
No,
change Chicago.
Michael Jordan doesn't have
Bothers
to be a
me.
political activist.
Yeah,
I think I've just heard lots of stories about him like contractors like doing work at his house, and like he wanted to like give them like autographed bullshit and not money.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Shit
but
like that. And,
fair
like-
enough. But these are
like-
all like hearsay stories, like.
Like
Of course,
people,
that's a hard
there's
one
a
to.
lot of people around Chicago who like did.
My
work with
friend's
him, and
parents were at a
it's-
restaurant,
it's
and
what
he-
his reputation is.
My friend's parents were at a restaurant he was at, and someone went up to ask for a picture with him because
Yeah.
it was their birthday, and he had him kicked out of the restaurant.
Yeah. I mean, he's the greatest basketball player of all time, and that's
He is.
all that matters.
That's
when it
all
comes
that
to Michael
matters.
Jordan. That's all that matters.
I
is
saw
the
Michael
goat of the
Jordan
court.
play golf, and I didn't talk to him or say anything to him, but he seemed really nice.
I'm sure. I mean, he's probably really cool. Like, I think
probably
the
just
trash
the mood
talking
he's
is
in.
funny. I love the trash talking, and that was
Dude,
like,
same.
dude,
I hate that no one talks trash like him anymore. Like Kobe was the last one.
yeah, he was.
Russell Westbrook.
That's true. And Westbrook,
I think it's more
to me,
common.
Westbrook's the closest player to MJ almost now because that man is only 6 foot. Michael
He's a
Jordan wasn't that
murderer,
big. Or Westbrook might be like 6'2", but Westbrook will try to dunk on you no
Westbrook
matter what
is-
size you are, and that's how
He's-
Michael Jordan was.
He's got that ferocity.
He's got that like I'm gonna
sure.
try to dunk. I'm not gonna
I
finish
love
it every
Russell,
time.
Russell Westbrook, but
Same,
he's no
dude.
Michael Jordan.
No, but he
God
plays
damn.
like Michael Jordan.
I
as in
barely
he
know
plays-
who Russell Westbrook is.
He's too
He plays-
small to be Michael Jordan. and
No, but he
he's-
plays like he's Michael Jordan. Isn't
He
like
can't win a
he's gonna
title.
try to dunk
He's
on you.
not
He's
gonna
gonna
win.
try to
No,
go
he's
through
fucking
you.
I don't know if I can
Yes.
name 5 NBA basketball players right now. That's how out of
Yeah.
touch I am.
dude, it
Swear
doesn't
to
even
God.
matter. It doesn't even matter.
LeBron James,
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook. Is Bosch a person? Chris Bosch?
He's not anymore.
He's retired.
He's retired.
He had like a surgery.
I think I'm done, man.
No, dude, the pro game hasn't really
Fuck,
been that
I am
good.
terrible.
No, it's been
Dude,
horrible.
those Jordan years,
We're the best. I wish
that
I,
was the
Wilt
golden
Chamberlain.
era of the NBA.
Yeah.
Like that Larry Bird, Magic
Oh, I
Johnson
seen it, son.
through
Yep.
early 2000s.
I'm so sad
like
I
that
was so
Kobe
young.
Shaq shit. And
I love
maybe
that,
some
yeah.
Of the, like, but like since then, you know who's going to be in the finals every year.
Yep.
That's bullshit. How
For the
how
most
fun
part.
is that?
But I mean, you
How
did
fun is
then
that?
too, though, kind of in a way. You knew
Well,
Michael Jordan is at least.
Yeah, but
It's
that
just
was
like-
that
it
was
was more
Jordan and the
entertaining.
Bulls, and
Yeah.
it's fine.
It was more entertaining to watch back then.
It's a physical game, dude.
Yeah, like today, like any type of touching, and it's a foul. Like
Yeah.
I didn't realize how physical it was till I watched those
it was
30
so
for
much
30s or whatever on MJ.
Jordan would
It's-
have gone. His points per game average with the modern rules would have been
Like 70, 60 points a game, 70.
dude. He could
'Cause
have.
He would have drove to the hoop every time and it'd be a foul.
Yeah, it already was.
He would have shot 50 free throws a game in today's game.
Oh, dude, it's yeah.
And then
if-
on top of whatever he's fucking
and he's just
made
clutch.
outside of that.
He's clutch.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you're an assassin, like, you know,
Who's
how well rounded can you really be if you're like the greatest basketball player of all time?
today's assassin
Like-
is Steph Curry if you're talking about shooting, LeBron James if you're talking about overall player, and Steph Curry I think averaged maybe 30 points a game or something like that for a season.
Yeah.
Loser.
Michael Jordan averaged 30 for a goddamn career.
Yeah.
For a goddamn career, his rookie season to when he retired,
Yeah.
and like that's just insane.
Even his Wizard years, even
Fucking
though I
LeBron
like to
James
pretend
averages
they didn't
27 a
happen.
season.
I
or so
saw his
now,
last
but-
game with the Wizards where they essentially let him score a couple extra points to keep the 30 per game
Yeah.
average or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
which is awesome.
and I was like, that was pretty cool.
I
That
yeah, I
was.
don't even care because Yeah, I don't care.
Well, I mean, it's like Kobe. His last game, they let him score fucking 60-some
Yeah.
points.
Dude,
that
well,
was
he's
insane.
dead.
That was the best
He
game
is.
ever
No,
watched.
Utah needed to win that game to get in the playoffs.
Helicopter crash. Can you believe that?
For real?
Crazy.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Kobe died?
in a helicopter crash.
No way.
You
Shucks.
believe that shit? Hey, shout out to Kobe. Let's
Yes.
fucking drink one for Cobes.
RIP.
Damn, dude.
Dude, that's why, like,
When that
Tyler
happened?
and I were talking about if we get in a helicopter. I was like, Kobe died in a helicopter. Like,
It
the
was like a
GOAT
year
died in a
ago, just the other
helicopter.
day.
I know my
Yeah.
ass is dying.
I ain't
But
never
if he
getting
died
in
in a helicopter, I'm definitely gonna die in a helicopter.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
like,
man.
the GOAT died. Like, Jesus
fucked.
didn't have the goats back
I'm
that
going.
day, and I know I'm going down if the GOAT went down. So I will never get in a helicopter.
Oh,
I fucking loved Kobe, man.
yeah.
That was sad day.
So sad. It's
That was
like, It was
ridiculous.
almost too much to believe.
I couldn't
We were in
believe
Winter
that.
Park, weren't we? Am I making that up?
Yes.
I could not even
Were we
believe
here?
That was true.
I was at rock bottom. I was because these guys told me,
It is.
or they were
Was
just
it a
talking
year
about
ago?
it.
It's
Where
probably
was that?
coming up,
Maybe I was in
honestly.
Winter
Or it
Park.
was like his birthday.
family
I
or
don't
something.
fucking
It's
know.
probably getting close.
Yeah, what was the date?
I just can't even believe it still. Like,
Oh, it was this past January. That's how 2020 started. Was Kobe? Day.
oh yeah.
Dude, good start. What was the date?
So we have Kobe
26th.
dying. We have that
The
big
day
church.
after our show.
Yeah, that was the day after our show. Kobe died.
Yep, because we played together the
Day after we
25th.
met. Yeah, we did.
Dude.
play.
So all of us met and Kobe Bryant died. Thanks
Yeah.
a lot for meeting, guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
I blame you.
Don't you see the correlation?
I blame all of you.
Yeah, if I never met you
it's
guys, that wouldn't have
direct-
Something
happened.
dies, something else must be birthed,
Which is
Indeed,
us.
yes.
which is
Kobe gave birth to us.
our friendship.
I think that was worth it. No, I'm sorry. That's-
Oh man.
I'm
I mean, jeez.
it was a joke.
Yeah, no,
it's tough, man.
I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that.
Hey guys.
I feel good, but I feel bad.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's bittersweet, you know.
it is. It is indeed
Fucking Kobe.
It's
bittersweet.
tight though. It's tight.
Well,
You guys got a dope studio
Alright.
here too.
Yeah, you know the studio's pretty tight. We're definitely gonna have you over
you should
again,
come
man.
over whenever. And let's
We're
throw
gonna
down
jam
some
out.
tracks.
Work some music together,
I
jam
think
out.
we should do that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Well, thank you so much for coming. Is it a good time to wrap it up?
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
let's go ahead and wrap this
We're
shit.
at like
Wonderful.
90 minutes.
Oh,
Oh wow,
is that, yeah, I don't know what's up.
We're at 90? Fuck.
that was a quick 90.
So-
My name's Tyler LaFortune.
My name's Matt.
And my name's Austin. And we
Our privileged cavemen.
Yes. We have this little inside joke we'll tell you about after.
Yeah, yeah.
We haven't
for sure.
unleashed it yet.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Oh
you
wait,
guys.
where do you
Thank
find
so
us?
much. Oh yeah, where
Austin?
do you find your music and everything?
Oh yeah. On SoundCloud, it's like SoundCloud / SonX Music, SonX Music, just one straight through, or maybe it's SonX Beats.
We'll put some,
I don't fucking
SonX.
know.
we'll put some links at the
Facebook,
end.
I don't know.
SonX.
We'll
My
put some
links
links
aren't all
for
the
you.
same. It's I messed. I
We'll
messed
put
up.
links for you.
I'm
It's
on Instagram
Facebook.
at SonXYo, SonXYO.
It's
and that's
face-
my Instagram's. It's all fun and games, guys. You should come check it out. Besides that,
It's
whatever.
it's Facebook SonX / bestiality /
yeah,
Well, you guys will be able to find
links.
it.
There's hidden links and stuff.
But thank you.
Well done,
Thank
guys.
you for coming,
Good
sir.
fun.
See you guys.
Appreciate it.